Greetings, I'm Demonac, and it's dungeon time. Back at Darkest Dungeon. Of course, I'm not going into the Darkest Dungeon, because you have to unlock it after doing a whole lot of these other quests, but we're going to go send my second group of guys on their very first quest. We're going to Embark. Currently, because I didn't even beat the ruins last time, our only choice is to go to the ruins, so that's where we're going to go. And again, yeah, the rewards I missed out on was 3,000 gold, 2 busts, and 2 crests, which would have been pretty helpful. Still got to complete 100% of room battles. Now, I'm calling this my second party. It's worth noting that you're not locked into these parties. You totally can mix and match. You're going to send in whoever is good. It just happens all these guys are locked because I've put them all in de-stressing places. But this is our party. We've got this guy really wants to be in the back more. He can do some stabbing from rank 3. And really counting on these two guys to do the damage because he's going to miss a lot. He has good abilities for doing other stuff, but he's probably going to miss a lot when he does his big attacks. And this guy's got very little damage dealing, and he's much better off stunning the back row all the time. Did I mention that the blinding grenade that stuns people is my favorite goddamn move? Anyway, so here we are, the provisions. They all cost money, and if anything you don't use at the end of the expedition, it's gone anyway. So you don't want to go crazy on this stuff. You have to decide how much you're going to invest. It does recommend that you take at least 8 food. And I think I might just take... now, see, I'm going to go... Oh, this group doesn't have a healer. No, I'm going to go up to a little bit more food. Because again, you can burn these to heal 1 or 2, and if someone's at death's door, getting rid of that is pretty worthwhile. Especially, you could have a bleed or a blight that lasts outside of combat, and bleeds and blights are really bad for people who are at death's door, because it doesn't matter if you're getting hit for 14, or if you're getting bled for 1. When you're at death's door, every hit is 1 saving throw, basically, or you die. So I am going to buy some torches again. Briarstone was talking about doing a build where you just don't get torches, and it's a little crazy, a little too crazy for me. I'm still going to try messing with torches for now. And I'm going to take a shovel, because when you don't have a shovel and you need one, it really, really bites. But I don't want to spend a whole bunch more money. I'm going to take 1 set of bandages, not 2. Which sucks, but we don't have a healer, so stopping that damage is suddenly a lot more relevant. Okay, we are entering the ruins.
The fiends must be driven back. And what better place to begin than the seat of our noble line?
So there should be a little less backtracking, but not too much. Select a destination. Yeah, it's going to be a little bit less bad than the previous one. Ow, crap.
Mechanical hazards, possessed by evil intent.
It's going to be less bad of, like, a map shape. In terms of how the expedition goes, this is a different story. Check the pack. Boot.
Finding the stuff is only the first test. Now it must be carried home.
You, try and open this. It is trapped. Awesome. Hey, he resisted. Good stuff. Do these guys have... It doesn't show you their resists on here. If I look at his character sheety thing... Yeah, he's got 40% blight resist, 40% debuff resist, 67% death blow resist. Should compare people. Yeah, there's some differences, but it's not like craziness. So he can move 1, he still moves 1. The Jester's fast. Holy, he can move 3 in either direction. He really is flexible. I guess that's why his movement of attack is so good, because his move isn't good anyway. And yeah, the Leper can't move backwards. He can move forward 1. I mean, he only wants to ever be in the front, but it's just interesting you don't have that option. Alright, we are going to try and intimidate this guy. Actually, his move moves him forward. It's probably not that useful to intimidate him. But I can intimidate this second guy. If I move him forward, she'll be brought up and maybe we can get rid of her. Because, again, she's going to stress everyone out. On the other hand, I could just attack these guys and try and hit them for a lot, but nah, let's intimidate. It's more accurate. It still does some damage. Look at that. It's got minus 40% damage, but he does so much damage that it's still got 7. These guys are going to be the enemy. You can tell. Alright, so what are our choices again? We can Plague Grenade the back guys. I don't like this guy. I want him to die. So I think I'm going to prioritize that, actually. Or I could shuffle him. That would probably move her back, though. It's not as easy. Let's just kill him. It does hit the 2 guys. Blight does affect skeletons. Yeah, that 2-point Blight is going to finish the skeleton. Don't pull him forward, you idiot. That's a pain in the rear. Although Paulette here can do his Dirk Stab thing to move forward now. So let's do that. Because by moving him forward, we're moving the other guy back. And this skeleton's going to die anyway. We really want to kill her. Because her moving people around powers and her stress-causing powers are what's really bothering me here. So he's moved back far enough that he can use his Blinding Gas. Which is just mainly against him, since the skeleton's going to die anyway. But we're going to do that anyway, because I like Blinding Gas. Stun, stun, stun. Woohoo! He dies, that's fine. But we're not going to get another 20 stress from this dink. Okay, she missed, that's good. We like when they miss. Plague Grenade would only hit 1 guy now. That's pretty darn useless. Disorienting Blast... It's only movement, but let's disorienting. Oh, I can't hit the front guy. That's not as good. No one's got a bleed to cure with Battlefield Medicine. Alright, I guess we'll just Plague Grenade him anyway. That's pretty lame, but the Blight will stack anyway. 4. So he's at 3 hit points, so he's going to die from that, actually. That is awesome. We don't even have to stun him again. So instead we're going to Noxious Blast, try and finish her, maybe? It's not going to be enough. And she resisted anyway. You've got Slice Off. Yeah, he can't do this move from the front. His Heroic End thing, I don't think I need to do that yet. I just might need to hit her for a little to kill her. So let's do that. Yeah, whatever.
Confidence surges as the enemy crumbles.
Rend for the old gods. Yeah, could have been bleeding, but didn't. Alright, well, let's try and whack this guy. There's not much point like sending him back with Intimidate. He just went. Let's just try and chop him. It's really inaccurate, but if it worked, it could do a ton. Like, it could one-shot him.
Prodigious size alone does not dissuade the sharpened blade.
Noxious Blast. Dope. Resisted, and now what? Ow. Fine, fine. So you are going to use your super move and miss despite 90% accuracy, and now he's debuffed himself. Awesome. I'm going to battlefield heal this guy's bleed because we have no healer, so if we can stop that, it's good. And your attacks are so inaccurate. No, I'm just going to... Let's just troll. His ability to heal himself for 4 is not even random, it's just 4. It's pretty good. Yeah. Ah, you bled again. Damn it. Whatever. We're gonna make this work somehow. I refuse to stop. Must troll. Do this again. It gets worse every time, because of course he's debuffing himself even further. Now he has minus 20 accuracy. Just kill him, would you? It's not going to be enough. Just kill him, would you? That's a lot now. He's at 5 hit points. He's going to bleed for 4. That's not going to kill him. He'd actually be overhealing. Just try and kill him with Intimidate. Because it's way more accurate than his regular moves.
Give them no quarter.
Good, we got some busts. Everyone likes busts. Okay, now that we're out of combat, rearrange the party. You're the back row guy, right? You got the Blinding Gas. I could be renaming these guys. I haven't decided how I want to name my guys yet. And... yeah, you check the chest. Why not? The contents are yours! We got 500 gold worth of stuff. Fair enough. Continue moving along. Hello. Alright. It's only 3 guys, but we got surprised. Surprise is bad. And we got surprised one of our guys into the front. So he's going to dirk stab to move up, because it helps move this guy back, and that's awesome. And it's not going to kill anyone. I'll just hit him, whatever. Stabby, stabby. Ow! Don't get me hurt. Oh, that's a lot of this guy's hit points. Holy damn.
Clarified in a single strike.
And she critted, so it's bad for stress, and pulled him forward. Like, it was a low damage attack to crit with, but look, my leper is all the way at the back. All he can do is crawl forward slowly. That sucked. Ow. Okay, so he's got a bleed. It's a 1 damage per round bleed. It's not the end of the world. This is the plague grenade guy. He's not as good as the other guys. Disorienting blast. I'm gonna try and disorienting blast her to the front. That would be useful. Nah, it only moved her 1. So bleeding. Okay, so it's his turn. Now I could bandage him, which would only save 2 hit points. I think I'm gonna save it for bigger bleeds. I'm guessing there are gonna be more bleeds in the future. If it got stacked on him, I would then use it. But for now, it's not a high priority to get him to the back for his blinding grenade, because pretty soon we're not going to be able to. But on the other hand, I got to move him back so that the leper can do anything. Alright. See, this disorienting, it shuffles them. I don't know what direction. I don't want to send her back. And I can't hit the front row guy with it, or it would be awesome. But I guess we're going to instead just try and... Plague grenade would only hit this. That is lame, but that's what he does. This guy is not that great. In fact, I almost probably should have just removed the bleed with his thing. Ow. This guy doesn't have that many hit points either. Oh, he resisted the bleed. That's good. No, don't... Okay. Resisted the pull. I am very glad, because I hate that crap. A little early to use his heroic end thing. Let's try and slice off a piece of her. Oh, she didn't like that. Oh, and he got the bleed. I forgot that thing did bleed too. It's actually a pretty good move. Ow. So she's at 4, and she's taking 2 damage a round for 3 rounds. That's good. Intimidate. We sent him back. We debuffed him for 10 accuracy. Like, that's a good move. That's so much better than the actual attacks he has. Just because his attacks are so inaccurate. I mean, it's an attack, but I mean, like, the traditional type attacks. They're not as good. I like the Intimidate leper all of a sudden, though. Okay, you can stun grenade this guy who has 0 stun resist, right? Yeah. Stun him. We can't really take advantage of it. We can't milk it like the other parties, but having him stunned would have prevented some damage. If... she's going to start stressing us. 20 stress. And his rend moves him forward. That doesn't help. Bleed. Awesome. Just awesome. If you were stunned, it would have prevented 5 damage. So we're going to try and stun you again, I think. Well, he's only got 4 hit points. If I Noxious Blast... I can't Noxious Blast the last row, though. She's going to die anyway. He might actually end up dying from that. Okay, whatever. Yeah, he's toast. So... Heroic End can only can't target the back row guy, but this can.
As the fiend
so they're all dead. As soon as their turns come, they're toast. Let's battlefield medicine this guy's bleed. And since they're both going to die of bleed, he has 1 hit point, she has 2 hit points. They're each bleeding or blighted for that much. So, heal! I don't think that's how leprosy works.
A victory.
But anyway.
Perhaps the turning point.
Alright, well we got pretty good stuff out of that battle, but it did hurt. Like, our health is lowish, and we don't have a lot of things... We don't have a lot of healing, frankly. Oh well, we're just gonna keep pushing forward a little bit. Sure, try the decorative earth. Sentimental gifts.
If only treasure could staunch the flow.
Extra food.
Otherworldly corruption.
Okay, let's look at the map again. We have a long way to go. God damn it. See, this game is not easy. This sack is empty, but the game is not easy. There's a door. Interesting random thing. If you move backwards, it's like bad for your guys. Like they get stressed out by it. We're gonna buff the light level so we get less stress. It improves scouting, but it does. I should have done it before the room because it improved scouting. We didn't get a chance to. That was dumb. It says increased chance of monsters surprised, but I don't know if that's actually how it works. Briarstone's perception was that the monsters have a higher chance to surprise you, like based on what he's found. And I'm not 100% sure that's wrong. Hunger. Well, we're going to eat the 1 food each and restore 5% of our health. That's fine. That's the same amount we would have got from the health food anyway.
Even the cold stone seems bent on preventing passage.
So if we didn't have a shovel, we'd take a little damage, 20 stress each, and it would run out our torchlight completely to get rid of this. So shovel it is. With the shovel, it just cost us 200 gold that we had to pay in advance before the expedition. If we run into any more rubble, I'll be upset though. Yeah, I don't think we're going to get too much farther in here. This place is too rough for this group without a healer. Oh, the stress. So, it's not the blinding guy who's going first. Oh, this guy's in the wrong position. I forgot to swap them. Damn it. Well, he might get pulled forward. I'm not going to mess with it now. Let's just plague grenade those guys. Start them dying, because we want them dead. So they stop stressing us. We want the front guys dead, so they stop killing us. Let's intimidate the Bone Soldier back, because I bet you he's... Well, okay, actually I've seen them in the back row before, so he's probably not that bad from range. But it'll bring her up closer to where we can maybe kill her. He didn't get the accuracy debuff, but...
Death waits
Ow.
for the slightest lapse in concentration.
Critical stress, awesome. More critical stress. We get all that extra stress for an extra 1 damage. It was a 1 damage attack that critted and did double. Jerk. Oh, what are we going to do? We're going to try and slice her off so she stops doing that. 6. Oh, and it got the bleed, so she is dead on her turn. She's taking 2 of each. She only has 3 hit points, so that part's good. Now let's stun these guys. Ah, it missed the... It missed 1 and the other one resisted. Awesome. So she's dead. That's excellent, though. Yeah, let's just... Actually, we could maybe finish him. Let's finish him. One less guy trying to kill us. Please stop that. Oh, he's hitting the guy who has the most stress, too. He's at 94%.
Injury and despondence set the stage for heroism.
He's got 2 damage per round bleed, so I am going to battlefield medicine that. Actually, since I'm going to leave the dungeon, I should really have bandaged it, but I can only do that on his turn. Now, the bandages don't take an action, which is why you would ever spend money on them. But, yeah, plus you could use them out of combat. Well, I don't think trolling is the thing you do. I think the thing you do is to knock this guy back, because first off, it's way more accurate than my other attacks, even though my other attacks have a chance to one-shot him. But also, yeah, if this guy's in the front, he won't be as effective. So, he resisted the accuracy debuff, but he still got pushed. Meanwhile, Noxious Blast. Let's blast this dude. Or miss. Can do that too. Let's blast this dude. That hurt. Okay, so he's got 4 damage worth of blight and only 3 hit points. So we're in the clear with him. We can ignore him now. This guy can't do anything useful at all. Nobody needs the battlefield healing. We're going to switch positions like we should have before. That doesn't really matter much. If he was up here all the time, he could have actually stabbed. I'm going to use Intimidate instead of my other attacks, because it's actually got an okay chance to kill him if it rolls well for the damage, and it's just way more accurate. Yeah, look at that. He can do like 14 damage in a hit without critting, but with 15% less accuracy, I don't like it. Hiroken! It's called Heroic End because, I mean, if it's the finishing move of the fight, then it doesn't matter if he gets debuffed because it triggers the end of the fight. But
Remind yourself that overconfidence is a slow and insidious killer.
we took them out, but he's at 94% stress. He's at 71. We're just going to have to go home. But before that, I am going to check out this thing. I'm not going to use him. His stress is low enough that it is probably not worth the money to de-stress him. So I might as well try it with him. The other two guys... Ah, damn it. Should have known better. That is a bleed. Well, we can definitely bandage that. Because we're going to lose all these bandages and torches and stuff as soon as we leave the dungeon. Did we get any scouting when we entered this room? No. Yeah, I'm just going to leave. It's only going to get worse if I don't.
A setback, but not the end of things.
So, I have yet to clear the first dungeon. Go me. Hope we'll see how well the A team has de-stressed. We did get a decent number of crests out of there, which will help for some stuff. Two of our guys, nobody leveled up because we didn't get the XP for completing it. We didn't get that much XP at all. But two of us are going to get some kind of changes. What do we have? Good or bad? He's got a torn rotator cuff for -5 damage. That sucks. There's plus 15% damage and stress resist against beast-type monsters, which honestly seem less common. That's not as great as some of the other ones. And he got kleptomaniac, so I have to remember which plague doctor is Grimold or whatever, and not open things with him, because there's a chance if there's treasure that I won't get it, because he'll take it for himself and not share it among the party. And not.
I remember days when the sun shone and laughter could be heard from the tavern.
Okay, so we got a rundown of what happened. Our first plague doctor, he just recovered 69 stress, which is not bad. Our highwayman only got 56 stress back into bar, which is not good because he was close to 100, and he gained the inability to drink. He took a resolution to never drink. That sucks. Wow. Okay, so she got 65 stress, and she got rid of her stupid fearful thing, so she's not going to screw the whole party. And our paladin also got rid of 69 stress. We're going to have to send them in as they are. The blacksmith and the guild are now unlocked. Those are places where we can really seriously upgrade people, but we have limited amounts of this stuff, especially since we haven't been completing quests. So let's see how much it costs to upgrade.
The bellows blast once again.
Yeah,
the
it
forge
takes...
stands ready to make weapons of war.
It takes 11 deeds to get the weaponsmithing or armorsmithing going. Once you upgrade one of these, it doesn't take time in town, it just takes gold to upgrade each of your people's things. And so each person has a weapon and armor. So you can... So, unlocking the weaponsmith would let me go in and spend about, I don't know, what it was, 600 or 900 or something for each person who I want to upgrade their weapon, which would probably be worth... It's going to be worth at least +1 damage, maximum and minimum, and it'll also, in some cases, increase their crit percentage. I think the weaker weapons maybe gain more crit percentage. The guild is where we would...
Make no mistake.
Unlock...
We will face ever greater threats. Our soldiers must be ready.
The narrator gets a little repetitive after a while. Not yet this game, but I've watched a lot of Let's Plays. So, the guilds... We don't have enough crests. See, the second thing here, this just reduces the cost of skill training. We need to unlock this one, and we're 3 crests short of being able to get this. Because when you have this, first off, you can unlock skills for characters that they didn't start with. Actually, can we do that anyway? Yeah, okay, as long as they're at least level 1, you can unlock skills that they didn't start with. You only get to bring 4 skills into battle, but you can get, like, the optimal skills. It just costs you thousands of extra gold. Of course, we don't have that much money, and we're going to need it for de-stressing. But if they... If we had the crest, if we could unlock this, then you could also go through each one of their skills and upgrade them individually. You're probably not going to have enough money to upgrade everyone's every skill. You have to make choices. But it's pretty good. It usually increases the accuracy more than it increases the damage, but increasing the accuracy would be awesome. So yeah, we've got to take these guys and de-stress them. He's still in the cloister. That's kind of a pain. So, okay, he can go anywhere. See, this guy will only visit the brothel. That's not good. Remember that. Zoophobia. Okay, so he can go wherever, and he can go wherever. I'm not gonna have enough money to de-stress everyone now. Even my A team are not fully de-stressed from that last adventure of theirs. So let's see. It was this guy can only go to the brothel. How much stress does he have? 51%. It looks like they gained a lot of stress from not succeeding in the dungeon. That's horrible. I thought he was only going to be at like 20, which would be okay. I don't think I've got the money to do him anyway, though, because it's more expensive at the brothel, and the caretaker's taking up the cheapest place in the abbey. So we can send him to drink. I guess we could upgrade the bar treatment cost. It'll take a lot of our precious crests, but we're low on money. And this gets us one step closer to level 2 bar, where we could put 2 people in the bar, which would be a lot better. Oh, man. I'm gonna do this. Even though it's only saving 150 now. It'll save money over the long term, I would hope. And these guys are so screwed. Yeah, well, it does pile on the stress when you don't complete the dungeon. You can get into a death spiral. It's not good. Shoot, that's right. I do like this leper. He's like the best leper I've ever seen, but I gotta check out the Stagecoach, right? Because I only have a maximum of 9 people. So I can just throw away some of these guys. They haven't leveled up. We haven't spent anything on them. I could spend my last deeds and crests to increase my roster size to 11. Well, let's see how worthwhile these guys are, because I might pitch some of my existing ones. So this is a seeker occultist. He's got like cultist powers on your side. So he's got a stab, which is okay. Does bonus damage again, or it can give him a buff for bonus damage against eldritch stuff. He has this weird healing power. It's weird spelled W-Y-R-D, but it's pretty W-E-I-R-D. It heals 0 to 10, so it's way more random than the single target heal that the Vestals get. It can do a lot more, like twice as much. But whoever you heal has to resist a bleed. So it has a chance to bleed your guys for 1 point a round for 3 rounds. So actually do 3 damage to one of your guys. And it might heal 0. Or it might heal 10. It might heal 10 and they resist the bleed. Heroes tend to have a pretty good bleed resistance. Like, at least, like, your heroes tend to have at least 40% chance to resist that. So usually, like, it's worth healing. If you get 3 or higher, even if you bled, you're coming out ahead, sort of, most of the time. And you could get 10 hit points, but it's so random. Then, if he's in close, he's got a stun that he can use on one of the first 2 guys. So that's pretty good. And then he also, if he's not in the front rank, he has a pull where he can suck one of the guys from the back rows up 2, which is awesome. I like these cultist guys. He's got minus 10 blight resist, minus 5% range damage. That sucks, because he does like a lot of range damage. Plus 15% resistance to enemy moving him. And he gets no stress penalty when walking backwards. Just don't walk backwards in a dungeon. It's that simple. There's no real advantage to it. So, not great traits. We have a grave robber. She has no negative traits and plus 15% stun resist. Wow. So her abilities, she has lunge, which moves her forward 2 spaces, and it's very accurate, and actually has bonus damage. Wow, that's awesome. Like, her base damage is 4 to 7, like the Jester. It's not that high, but plus 40% damage, 10% crit chance, and very accurate, and it moves her forward, so that's cool. If she's not in the front row, she has this Arius ability that does 60% damage, but it hits the 2 enemies in the middle, which is better than hitting the 2 in the back in theory, right? Because if you've killed 1 guy, there will still be 2 targets for it. My timer is running out here. But we're gonna at least finish looking at this stuff. Got, okay, so then she has Shadow Fade. Oh, this is good. Oh, no, it doesn't do any damage. Oh, yeah, no, this is awesome. So, if she's up in the near the front, this attack is very accurate. It does no damage, but it has it stuns, and it has a chance to give her plus 20 dodge, while moving her back out of the front ranks that she doesn't want to be in. So it's awesome. And then she has Thrown Dagger, so it's a good range. It's a range attack. So this is a pretty good looking grave robber, honestly. So that's cool. We've got a Hellion who has the other best skill in the game. It hits the front two enemies and stuns them. It's very accurate. It does no damage, basically, but or like does 1 damage. But it does, when she does this, it does debuff her. Like, she gets minus 20% damage, minus 15% dodge. But this ability is awesome. If you've got a healer, this is where you start, like, locking down the enemies and just trolling, like, milking it. She has plus 1% crit, minus 20% stress resist against unholy stuff, and minus 3% crit. She's deadly, but has a weak grip, and the weak grip is worse. Lovely. She also has an area ability that hits the front 3 guys for not very much damage. And she has a self buff, plus 20% damage, and when she uses the buff, it cures any blight or bleed that's on her. So that part is cool. This is that's a self buff that's worth using. If you might want to use it to get rid of blight or bleed, and you're also buffing her at the same time. So that's pretty good. No, she's a good character, and her other ability is just like an attack. So I like the Hellions a lot. And wow, we have a leper who has barely any of the things. He's an anemic leper. Kleptomania. He's got plus 2 speed when the light is low, but he's just got the basic chop attack, which again is 65 accuracy. It does tons of damage because he hits for 7 to 14, but it's only 65% accuracy compared to most things which are 80. And he has 2 different self buffs and then his self heal. So he just like, I guess he could use his like toughness buff, get plus 20% resistance, and then troll, and it heals himself 5 stress. That's actually kind of cool. He has this revenge buff is stupid. It gives him plus 40% damage, so his damage would be even more gargantuan. But minus 10 accuracy, he's already missing almost half the time. I do not like it. We're not taking him, that's for sure. But these 3 guys I like, and you know what? You didn't really gain anything. Oh, you're the one with the blinding gas. I really like blinding gas. Whereas you became a kleptomaniac. What are your traits again? The scattering, the blade resist. This guy's okay. We're gonna get rid of you. Alright, I gotta go in here and say, yeah, dismiss. Didn't like you anyway. Bye.
Another soul battered and broken, cast aside like a spent torch.
It only goes to the brothel. This is a pretty good jester. I don't think I like the jester class that much, but he's pretty flexible and interesting. I'm tempted to keep him, but I really want the Hellion.
Barbaric rage and unrelenting savagery make for a powerful ally.
I really need the occultist because I need more healer type guys.
To fight the abyss, one must know it.
Oh yeah, that's right. So in my starting group, I've got the Plague Doctor who has Noxious Blast, which is okay. Battlefield Medicine, which doesn't really heal. The buff and Disorienting Blast. He just doesn't do that much. And I mean, I could unlock the Blinding Gas and make him way better later. But even though he got the permanent plus 2 speed, which is really awesome, like, his other traits aren't that big a deal. I think I might just get rid of him and take the Grave Robber instead. Don't need him that much. I'm de-stressing this guy already. I'm keeping my starting guys. They're pretty good. I want to keep this guy because he's got the blinding gas. I'm not going to have money, or I'm not going to be able to unlock skills for a while now. So I'm going to spend the money on de-stressing him, I guess. And we're gonna take Darcy. So we are in fact going to get rid of this guy. That's to you.
Those without the stomach for this place must move on.
We'll have to reorganize somewhat, figure out what our party's going to be. But yeah. So, I don't know, that's a pretty long video. I guess we're going to see my next dungeon run, my next attempt to beat the first dungeon, not counting the tutorial, next time. If you enjoyed this, please click the like button, or on your touchscreen, please lick the like button. Warning, licking the touchscreen is not recommended. And check out Tales from My D&D Campaign on youtube.com/Demonac.